This story is based on true events. Viewers' discretion advised. Whispers of the Forgotten House. In the small, sleepy town of Dunwich, rumors whispered about the old Whitaker house. Abandoned for decades, it loomed at the edge of the forest, cloaked in shadows even on the brightest days. The townsfolk spoke of disappearances, strange noises, and lights flickering in the windows at night. Most dismissed the tales as urban legends, except for teenagers who dared each other to approach the decrepit mansion. Megan and Tom, high school seniors with a penchant for thrill-seeking, decided to make their mark by breaking into the infamous house. Armed with flashlights, a couple of beers, and the bold confidence of youth, they made their way to the property one crisp autumn night. The house was a towering Victorian structure, its windows shattered, paint peeling, and the garden overgrown with weeds. As they pushed through the rusted gate, it screeched in protest, sending a shiver down Megan's spine.
"Are you ready?"
Tom asked, trying to sound braver than he felt.
"Yeah, I guess so,"
Megan replied, her voice steady despite the dread pooling in her stomach. They climbed the crumbling steps to the front door. Tom fiddled with the lock, and with a final push, the door creaked open, releasing a musty odor that spoke of decades of neglect. Inside, the house was a labyrinth of dark hallways and rooms filled with dust-covered furniture. Their flashlights cut through the gloom, illuminating cobwebs and peeling wallpaper. The atmosphere was thick with an unsettling stillness, broken only by the occasional drip of water from somewhere deep within the house. Exploring the ground floor, they found nothing but decaying remnants of a once grand home. As they ascended the creaky staircase to the second floor, the air grew colder, and a sense of foreboding enveloped them.
"I don't like this,"
Megan whispered, clutching Tom's arm.
"It's just a house."
Tom replied, though his voice wavered. They entered a large bedroom at the end of the hall. The furniture was covered in white sheets, and the air smelled of mold and decay. Megan's flashlight beam landed on a massive wardrobe, its doors slightly ajar.
"Let's check it out,"
Tom suggested, walking over. With a creak, he pulled the wardrobe doors open. Inside, they found old clothes, moth-eaten and discolored. But as Megan shone her flashlight inside, she noticed something odd. A section of the back panel seemed to be slightly ajar.
"Look,"
she said, pointing it out. Tom pushed the panel, revealing a hidden staircase descending into darkness.
"Should we?"
Megan asked, her heart pounding.
"We've come this far. There is no turning back,"
Tom replied, though uncertainty had crept into his voice. They descended the narrow stairs, the air growing colder and the darkness thicker. At the bottom, they found themselves in a basement room that looked like it hadn't been touched in decades. Rusty chains hung from the walls, and strange symbols were etched into the stone floor. Megan's flashlight flickered, and she smacked it to keep it on. As the beam steadied, it illuminated something in the corner of the room. Her breath caught in her throat as she realized what it was. Bones. Human bones.
"Tom."
She whispered, but he was already looking, his face pale. They stumbled back, but as they turned to leave, the door at the top of the stairs slammed shut with a deafening bang. Panic surged through them, and they rushed up the stairs, pounding on the door, but it wouldn't budge.
"We're trapped,"
Megan cried, fear clawing at her.
"Calm down,"
Tom said, though his own fear was evident.
"We'll find another way out."
They turned back to the room, looking for any other exit. Megan's flashlight flickered again, and in the brief moments of darkness, she felt a presence, a cold, malevolent force watching them. The light steadied, and she saw them. Bodies. Not just bones, but bodies in various states of decay, hidden in the shadows.
"Oh my God,"
Tom breathed, backing away. The room seemed to close in on them, the air thick with the stench of death. Whispering voices filled their ears, unintelligible but full of menace. Megan's flashlight died completely, plunging them into total darkness.
"Tom."
She whimpered, reaching out for him, but her hands found nothing.
"Tom, where are you?"
she screamed, her voice echoing in the dark. Suddenly, she felt cold hands gripping her arms, pulling her back toward the center of the room. She struggled, but the grip was too strong. A raspy voice whispered in her ear,
"You shouldn't have come here."
The last thing Megan heard before darkness claimed her was the sound of her own screams, mingling with the haunting whispers of the forgotten house. The Whitaker house had claimed new victims, adding to its gruesome legend, waiting for the next curious souls to fall into its trap. Thank you for watching. Please make sure to hit the follow button to hear more creepy stories. If you have any stories I could share on my channel, write them down below. I would be more than happy to read them.